Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a 2003 Silverado right here. See it? It has the 4.6 in it. It's four-wheel drive. The customer complaint is it shifts hard, and so I got it, and we're going to try to figure out what's going on here. Why is it shifting hard? So first off, I did scan it for codes, and we do have this code here. So we have P075312 Shift Solenoid Control Circuit. And we have some misfire and event solenoid code. I'm not worried about that because the customer is not complaining about that issue. So what I want to do first is just see if the solenoid's actually operating. I'm up under the truck now. I'm going to take my stethoscope and listen to the transmission while I bidirectionally control the 1-2 shift solenoid to see if I can hear an audible click. Okay, I'm up on the 1-2 shift solenoid bidirectional control, and when I hit on, I should hear a click with this, which is a stethoscope, and it's hooked up to my ears like a doctor. Pretty cool, huh? Why do I get to have all the fun? Okay, I'm gonna hit it. I don't hear anything. So I'm gonna try this 2-3 shift solenoid just to make sure that it's going to work. I want to hear something. Now the 2-3 solenoid is not throwing a code. So I'm on the 2-3 solenoid now, and I'm going to bidirectionally control it. Oh yeah, I hear a click. Okay, cool. So we're getting somewhere. Not being able to hear that 1-2 shift solenoid, that concerns me a little bit. So I don't want to get too crazy. First things I want to do is just check the circuit integrity. Basically just check a fuse first. I like to do the easiest test first, so that way we can, if we find it quick, that'll be good. Let me focus in on the diagram. Okay, here's the 1-2 shift solenoid diagram. It gets its power from 10 amp, I'm blind. That's what happens when you get over 40. Okay, and so that comes down your power. There's a fuse block under the hood that it goes through. It's just a 10 amp, so can't imagine it being very big. Okay, and here it also, I know it's getting power, or I would have all these other codes, 3-2, 2-3. I really want to see if it's getting control. So this should ground it out when I bidirectionally control this wire. Automatic inline 20-way connector. Okay. So I want to probably do my test right there. I want to see if I'm getting control to the solenoid. Okay, this is the connector we're looking for, and it's actually the one that's plugged into the side of the transmission. Okay, so I got the test light hooked up to the 20-way connector. It's basically the main plug into the transmission, and I got this wire running to positive all the way to the battery, and then I have my test light hooked up. So I know that 2-3 solenoid clicked, if you remember earlier in the video. So I should be able to, I want to make sure this test is valid, so when I turn this on and off, this should change state. Yes. So I turned it on. So we know our test is going to work, but I'm on the 2-3 pin. So the 1, 2, if you remember, is the one that didn't click. So I'm gonna switch my pin over and redo the test, and I should get a light to come off and on. Okay, I switched it over, switched my pin over to Shift Solenoid 1, 2. Let's go out of this, go into 1, 2, Shift Solenoid. And let's try to control this one. So this light should light. Oh, it does have control. All right. Well, it looks like it's somewhere from here to end the transmission. Okay, so I'm sitting there thinking, I thought for sure I may have a broken wire going to the transmission, to the 1, 2 Shift Solenoid. But what we're gonna do now is, I don't like resistance checks, but sometimes you have to do them to get some answers. And what we're gonna do now is, in service data, it says, and let me show you on number 8, it says measure the resistance between A and E. I should have 19 to 31 ohms. We should have 19 to 31 ohms from A to E. Okay, so I know inside it, there's something, the problem's not from here to here, okay? The 1, 2 Shift Solenoid is not coming on. So the problem is from here to here. Because this one, let me use my pencil, it might be easier to see. Because this 2, 3 is working. So what I want to do now, since I have the connector unplugged, is check resistance between point A and point C. But first, I want to get this resist, because I know this one works. I want to check between B and E. And I think it's supposed to be between like 9 and 20 ohms or something. So let's check. It's going to be hard to get to because it's on I'm in the transmission side of the connector. So let me get that all rigged up and we'll test that. Okay, so I got those plugged up. I don't know if you cannot see them, but they're plugged up right there. I got them probed into the transmission receptacle plug. And the 2, 3 Shift Solenoid has 22 ohms. So now we're going to try the 1, 2. Okay guys, I switched it over. It is an open circuit. See, I got it connected. So there is no continuity between these two circuits. And I'll go over the wiring diagram one more time. So just to reiterate, I checked, the very first check on the ohms check we just did was from B to E. So we had continuity all the way through here, from here all the way to here. And when I checked from A to E, which is all the way through here, it's open. So that matches our symptoms, our code. So everything adds up. We have an open line. It's more than likely an open solenoid, but we don't definitively know until we get in there from this point to this little point right here. From here, just this short space, I'm moving the mouse. So I'm gonna call the customer, let him know what I found. So that's my diagnosis, it's complete, and we'll go from there. So all you gotta do is just simple logic. Now I know not all this stuff is really simple, but you really gotta have access to wiring diagrams first and understand basic electricity. I'm no genius, but I've been doing it a while. I watch a lot of videos. I try always to improve myself. And this is not a real big deal. A lot of people are scared of transmissions. Honestly, you know, at my shop, if I got to go inside of them and tear them apart, I'm not doing it because it's more cost effective, and I'm just not a transmission shop too. So I am certified to work on transmissions, but like I said, that's two different worlds. If it's anything external or something like this that I can get in and change the solenoid out, no problem. But anything mechanical on the inside, no bueno. It ain't happening. And honestly, it's better for the customer just to get another transmission with a small warranty. I've seen bills on transmission rebuilds. They're literally within a couple $100 difference every time. I mean, what's the point? You know, maybe 15, 20 years ago, you know, maybe at a dealership where they get in them all day long. You know, it's different situations for everybody, whatever the scenario is. But anyway, I'm gonna call the customer, tell him what I found out. I'm gonna work up a labor price to change out this solenoid, and it's definitely gonna need new fluid and everything too, because I'll have to pull the pan. Okay guys, it's a couple days later. I have the Shift solenoid, and we're going to, I actually took it out. Here's the Shift solenoid I took out. This is Shift solenoid 1, 2, and it goes right. It's hard to see because the exhaust is in the way, but it basically goes right there. And you just pull it out. There's a little clip that holds it in. It looks like this. Where'd it go? Here it is. It looks like this, and it holds it in, and you unplug it. So take it over here, and just to be extra careful with the diagnosis, I have my ohm meter set up. So let me stick these in here. And this one goes here. And you can see it's still reading open circuit. Okay, so here is the new one. And we'll see the difference. There we go. Okay, connected those in. There we go, 21 ohms. And this one read 0, so this one's open circuit. So I'm gonna pop it back in there, and we should be good to go. Okay, I stuck it back in there. It's this Shift solenoid here. You just pop it in. There's a little clip. It's really easy. It's just hard to film. I'm gonna put the pan back on, fill it with fluid, and we should be good to go. Okay, we're in second gear now. So I'm gonna stop and go from a 1-2 shift. Let these cars go by me. It's in first now. It's commanded on. Everything looks good. Just go 1, 2. Oh, she feels great. All right, guys, that fixed it right there. That was a 1-2 shift solenoid that was open circuited. You don't really see that often. Most of the time in transmissions, from my experience, you see rationality codes or performance. When you see codes that have those words in them, usually you're in for some money, because that's a mechanical issue. But this one just had a circuit code, so I was able to take care of it. And well, I really appreciate you guys watching, and try to get some more videos. I'm just so busy at the shop. I'm a one-man shop trying to take care of a family, and I really love it, don't get me wrong, but it gets really, I just got to get work out the door sometimes, and I don't have time to make videos. I really love making videos because I really like watching them, so I feel like maybe I can give back a little bit. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, and I know y'all got things to do, so I'll let you go and catch you on the next one. Bye.